Well, when I move the boat around the yard, I hear squealing really bad, so I'm kind of guessing these bearings are shot. Time to pull off all 4 tires and do a good brake inspection, replace the bad tires, and I think the trailer will be in some pretty good shape. We have some pretty old rusty hubs. Got the wheels off, cleaning the bearing buddies out. They're quite old and crudted up here, so I think they can be salvaged. I'll clean them up, see if they can go back on after pull the pin, take the axle nut off and pull those and see what the bearings look like. Now we got the bearings and the hubs off. They look a little bit peaked, but we'll give all this stuff a good wash. Bearing buddies look like they can probably be washed and salvaged. Bearings, I think we're just going to replace them all. Never fun having bearings go out on a trailer, especially hauling it over 1,500 miles. Okay, so here we go, putting on new hubs and bearings onto the spindles here. Spindles looking in good condition. A little bit of wear on that one from it spinning, but it was locked up, so good thing we're replacing these. So I went over to the trailer parts store and picked up a couple of hubs. They are all pre-packed with bearings in them. Pretty easy and simple. Get them, push them on. Go. Successfully put on. Cotter pin in. Find that hole. Place. Alright, now we're going to tap on the bearing buddies. One done, a couple more to go. Well, I've been doing a lot of glass measuring and cutting. And we've got everything cut and laid out for glassing in the stringers with 1708 heavy cloth. And gonna go through some gallons of resin doing this. That stuff really soaks up a lot of resin. Also, drilled some 1-inch PVC pipe holes here on the ends of the fuel tank, cradle, and in the ends of the fish boxes. That way when we need to wash out the fish boxes and the blood and all that, it'll drain out through there and down into the bilge and cleaned out. Trying to get some backup to help me mix resin, lay down a whole lot of cloth here. So we have continuing glassing, putting in the legs. Just made up another batch of resin to continue putting that one and this one into place. This one's done. This one here is completed. And so is this one. Along, getting the bulkheads peanut buttered into place. Next step will be to put some roving onto those bulkhead pieces, attaching them better to the bottom and creating two really nice fish lockers, one on either side of the console. Should be able to stuff a lot of fish in there. Well, this morning we are continuing to glass in the stringers with the heavy 1708. Got this side here done yesterday evening. Fish box looks nice. Now lay some resin and glass up on this side here. Got a bucket mixed up and start laying glass. Okay, front stringers are all glassed in now. Time to let it all set up. Do a little bit of rough sanding to take the sharp burrs and little things off, and then I will gel coat the two back fish box compartments here with wax additive gel coat, so it'll be the final coat. I don't have to sand it after that. That way they'll be smooth and easy for washing out after we fill them full of fish. Being optimistic. So now that we have the front stringers glassed in, getting ready to lay the back stringers in, we need to cut the transom off, but do not want it to distort, so got a pressure treated 2x4 here going into the sides, and we'll end up putting a couple of holes in right here to hold that board into place so it doesn't move around once we cut the transom off. Now it's time to tackle the butt end of the boat here and raise that transom up 6 inches so it'll handle a 25-inch shaft Honda 225 motor. Let's get this project going. Alright, this is the major project. Rotted. Low. Here we go. Okay, so we've cleaned all this out. Transom is gone. Everything is cleaned out all the way. Next, we will create a form out of those crafting sticks like we used for the stringers. And we'll get a pattern for the back end of the boat there. Times 3 sheets of 3/4 inch plywood.